Belgium unfolds like a woven tapestry, small in size yet immense in depth, where every mile carries layers of memory, artistry, and human warmth. The journey begins beneath northern skies where the North Sea shapes a quiet coast of dunes and wind, fishing harbors and long promenades where daily life follows the rhythm of tides. Seabirds circle above pale sands, and the horizon feels endless, setting a gentle tone for a country that balances openness with intimacy. Moving inland, the flat lowlands of Flanders stretch outward in precise patterns, fields divided by canals and poplar lines, a landscape shaped patiently by generations. Villages appear with brick houses and church spires rising like anchors of time. Cyclists glide along narrow paths, bells echoing softly, reflecting a culture that values movement, balance, and shared space. Here, agriculture and design meet quietly, grounding modern life in enduring routines. Brussels emerges as a crossroads rather than a center, a city of languages, ideas, and layered identities. Grand avenues lead to hidden squares where cafes spill into cobbled streets and conversations drift between cultures. Ornate facades from another century stand beside contemporary glass, symbolizing a nation comfortable with contrast. Political halls and everyday neighborhoods coexist, reminding visitors that governance and ordinary life are inseparable parts of the same story. Art breathes naturally throughout the country, not confined to galleries but embedded in streets, homes, and habits. Medieval painters once captured light and realism with revolutionary skill, leaving a legacy that still shapes visual culture. Today, murals, design studios, and fashion workshops continue that tradition of observation and craft. Creativity here is practical and poetic at once, serving beauty without spectacle. History in Belgium feels close enough to touch. Ancient trade routes, Roman roads, and fortified towns mark centuries of movement and conflict. Castles and city walls rise from green surroundings, telling stories of ambition, defense, and survival. Battlefields preserved with care speak softly of loss, urging reflection rather than glory. The past is honored without being frozen, allowed to inform rather than dominate. Rivers carve connections across the country, linking regions and histories. Waterways once carried goods, ideas, and cultures, shaping cities that grew along their banks. Today, they reflect bridges, houses, and passing clouds, offering calm within movement. Walkers pause along embankments, watching reflections shift, finding moments of stillness in a land long defined by exchange. Belgian cities each carry distinct personalities while sharing a sense of continuity. Medieval centers preserve narrow streets and grand squares where guild halls stand proudly. Bells ring from towers, marking time as they have for centuries. Markets fill these spaces with color and sound, where local produce, flowers, and voices combine into a living portrait of daily life. Food in Belgium is not a trend but a tradition shaped by patience and pride. Recipes passed through families emphasize quality and balance, turning simple ingredients into memorable experiences. From shared meals in neighborhood kitchens to refined dining rooms, hospitality feels genuine and unforced. Eating here is an act of connection, a pause that brings people together across differences. Craftsmanship defines many aspects of Belgian life. Brewers refine techniques perfected over centuries, bakers rise before dawn to honor consistency, and chocolatiers treat precision as an art form. These practices are not nostalgic performances but living skills, evolving carefully without losing their core. The result is a culture that values depth over speed, mastery over noise. Language and identity interweave with complexity and respect. Different regions express themselves uniquely, yet a shared sense of belonging remains. This diversity encourages listening, compromise, and subtle humor. People take pride in local traditions while remaining open to the wider world, embodying a balance that feels quietly confident. Festivals mark the calendar with color and rhythm, rooted in history yet open to change. Parades, music, and seasonal gatherings fill streets with energy, reminding communities of their shared stories. Costumes, symbols, and rituals link generations, transforming public spaces into stages of collective memory and joy. Education, design, and social care reflect a commitment to quality of life. Public spaces are thoughtfully maintained, parks integrated into urban plans, and cultural access encouraged. The pace of life allows room for reflection, conversation, and creativity. Progress is measured not only in achievement but in well-being. Belgium's landscapes may not overwhelm with scale, yet they reward attention. Subtle changes in light across fields, the texture of stone streets after rain, and the hush of forests at dusk reveal beauty through detail. This is a country that invites closeness rather than conquest, discovery through presence rather than pursuit. People remain at the heart of the experience. Warm without excess, reserved yet sincere, they welcome visitors into daily rhythms rather than performances. A shared table, a casual greeting, or a helpful gesture becomes a memory carried forward. Life here is lived with care, shaped by awareness of both past and future. As the journey draws to a close, Belgium reveals itself not as a single image but as a collection of moments, quietly powerful. It is a place where history informs creativity, nature softens cities. In its streets, forests, and faces, Belgium leaves an impression that grows richer the longer it is remembered. In port cities shaped by global trade, cranes and warehouses frame horizons where ships arrive from distant continents. Dock workers, engineers, and planners sustain an economy built on movement and precision. Industry here adapts rather than dominates, integrating sustainability and innovation into old frameworks. The sea remains a partner, not a frontier, linking Belgium outward while reinforcing its role as a meeting point of worlds. Ghent blends youthful energy with medieval strength, its waterways threading through stone architecture and lively neighborhoods. Students, artists, and families share spaces that feel both ancient and alive. Evening lights soften towers and bridges, and music drifts from open windows. The city feels conversational, a place where history listens as much as it speaks. Bruges offers a quieter rhythm, where canals mirror gabled houses and time seems to slow without stopping. Carriages pass gently, footsteps echo softly, and craftsmanship reveals itself in lace, wood, and glass. Rather than nostalgia, there is care in preservation, allowing beauty to remain functional and inhabited. Comics and storytelling hold a special place in Belgian culture, shaping imaginations across generations. Illustrations line walls and pages, blending humor, adventure, and philosophy. These narratives reflect curiosity and empathy, celebrating everyday heroes and playful intelligence. Storytelling becomes another bridge between age groups and backgrounds. Music carries connective power, from classical compositions to contemporary experimentation. Concert halls, small venues, and festivals support a scene that values expression over spectacle. Sound becomes a language of unity, echoing through public squares and private rooms, marking celebrations and quiet moments alike. Fashion and design emphasize individuality balanced with restraint. Craft meets innovation in textiles, furniture, and everyday objects. Style here whispers rather than shouts, leaving lasting impressions through detail. Spiritual heritage appears in churches, abbeys, and quiet chapels, spaces shaped by belief, art, and silence. Light filters through stained glass, casting stories onto stone floors. These places offer reflection beyond doctrine, welcoming contemplation in many forms. Belgium's future grows from thoughtful choices made today. Innovation in science, transport, and culture builds upon respect for tradition. Challenges are met through dialogue and cooperation, reflecting a society practiced in balance. The country continues to evolve without losing its sense of self.
Thank you very much for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.